Turns out perfect, nice and smooth. There's never any chunks left in it. If you can see it in the container when you're blending it at the top, that means you just need to keep going by pressing that single serve button. Use the big one when I'm doing smoothies for all three of us. It's really heavy, goes on here, but you have to measure things out differently because there's 9 cups or 72 ounces. So you would just kind of repeat the same process and get your mix right. I make mango banana, I make berry smoothies. It's a great substitute for a meal, as I said, but the Ninja, we literally only use it for smoothies. I know it can be used for so many more things, but it's reliable, it's easy to clean, it comes apart easily. These little singles are fantastic with this little thing right here, and it has enough power if you put more in there that it can easily take care of it. So I highly recommend it. Today I'm going to do a quick review of this Ninja Professional Countertop 72 ounce blender. Now I've had mine for about 4 years and we literally only use this thing for smoothies, but you can use it for more than that, but I'm just going to show you a couple of the features. So it comes with the blender itself, this top part, which holds 72 ounces or 9 cups, comes off. It has lots of safety mechanisms on it to make sure that it's on there good before you start. But it lifts off. If you don't want to use the big blender, then it comes with 2 of these single ones. We use these a lot. These are about 16 ounces. We use these. They're perfect for single serving shakes. So the way these would work is if you're going to do a single serving, then you take the blade lid that it comes with here, actually very sharp, you screw it onto this. And after you get it on there, you flip it upside down, put it in, which I'll demonstrate in a minute, and then you hit single serve. It's very handy for making single serve smoothies. So it comes with 2 of those, and then it also comes with a lid, so after you're done making it, if you want to, you can just put the lid right on it, and you can put a straw in it or drink straight out of this. So that definitely comes in handy. If you put this back on to prepare to make your smoothie, and more safety mechanisms up here. They have a release button. You have to release that in order to remove the lid. You can see the blades are quite sharp, and this does come out for cleaning as well. This is a well-loved unit, so it might not be as clean as you would like, but it comes all the way out. So you have to be very, very careful when you're washing that. And then it just sits back on there, which is why you have to make sure before you start blending, you put the lid on, and then make sure you close it. It snaps. So you have to do all that. When you're done, it does have a spout here, or if you're in the middle of blending, you can open that up and you can put some more in there. Say you need a little bit more juice or something like that. And then when you're done, in order to get it off after it's done blending, you have to, again, twist in order to lift. And in order for it to go, you have to twist it back on, make sure it's on there good before it will let you start. So that is the basic setup of what you get and what the basic parts of the blender do. So next up, I'm going to show you how I use it to make some great smoothies, which I use for a meal replacement, or I use it as a protein supplement to get more protein in my diet. So that's coming up. Okay, we're going to get back to using the blender. I'm going to show you how I make a single serving meal shake. Mango is a favorite flavor, and I'm going to do that with the single serve. So these are the mango chunks that I use. They're just from Walmart. They're just 100% mango. I'm going to take this part off, move it to the side, and then to prepare the single serving, you just take this right here. And we are going to fill that up with a wide variety of things before we put it on the blender. So we're going to do this. First thing I do is that I put in half of mango chunks and frozen banana. So you want to go about halfway. You'll notice there's a line here. It says max fill. So you don't want to go past that. So I'm going to do, I usually fill up the bottom half with mango. And we like to keep a lot of frozen banana around. So if the bananas are starting to go bad, then we will, or just get too ripe, We will go ahead and freeze them because they're perfect for things like this. Throw a couple of those in there. And believe it or not, the Ninja can handle this. Its blades are pretty powerful. So even frozen banana, the mango is actually not that hard. But the next thing I'm going to put in here is our meal shake or our protein supplement. Now, my husband and I have been using Herbalife for years. We like it. This is the healthy meal shake. This is the mango pineapple flavor. So this is 1 serving. So I'm going to put in 2 scoops. I'm going to level it out. I'm going to put in 1, and then we'll do another one. And this is what has all of the vitamins and the things that would take the place of a meal. Has everything you need in it. It's also great for managing your weight. And then we have this beverage mix, which actually is also Herbalife. I love it because it actually has 15 grams of protein per serving. So this gives it its flavor. This is also peach mango. So I'm going to put 2 scoops in here for that. And then, because we like it tart, put in a little bit of 50/50 orange juice, no pulp. This is Tropicana, Trop 50. I'm going to shake it up a little bit. We're going to put it in here. Fill it about halfway. And then I'm going to finish that off with water. Fill that up. Sometimes I go just under the fill line until I see the consistency, if I'm going to need more or less of something. All right. So now I'm going to take the bladed lid here. I'm going to put it on very carefully. Then you have to make sure you screw it on right. Make sure it's on there really good. And you can see here is the cogs or the wheels that's going to go in here. So now I'm going to go ahead and I like to shake it up a little bit. Put it in here and make sure you match up the grooves like that. And then click it. Turn it and click it. That way it's nice and safe. Usually put my hand here. You don't necessarily have to, but there's a button here that says single serve. This is the only button that will work when there's just the single serve here. So that's what I'm going to push and watch it do its thing. So another cool safety feature is you have to hold down the single serve button for it to continue. So I'm going to unscrew this, take it off, and I'm going to look at the consistency and see if that looks about right. Could use a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more mango in there. How to do it. Put it back on. Make sure it's on there. Really good. Make sure it's tight. Shake it a little bit more. Put it on. Align the grooves. Snap it. Then go with single serve. The Ninja does a great job of making everything really smooth. It's not chunky at all. If you just make sure that you've got everything in there, you're not over the fill line, that's going to be perfect. That is a lot better. So now this, I'll take this off and set it aside. And I'll take a glass. Pour it in. And it did a great job. It keeps everything safe. It makes it just the right consistency. You can drink right out of this cup over here, but I'm going to use this. I'm actually going to give it to my son and make one for myself. Turns out perfect, nice and smooth. There's never any chunks left in it. If you can see it in the container when you're blending it at the top, that means you just need to keep going by pressing that single serve button. Use the big one when I'm doing smoothies for all 3 of us. It's really heavy, goes on here, but you have to measure things out differently because there's 9 cups or 72 ounces. So you would just kind of repeat the same process and get your mix right. I make mango banana, I make berry smoothies. It's a great substitute for a meal, as I said, but the Ninja, we literally only use it for smoothies. I know it can be used for so many more things, but it's reliable, it's easy to clean, it comes apart easily. These little singles are fantastic with this little thing right here, and it has enough power if you put more in there that it can easily take care of it. So I highly recommend. It's at a really good, reasonable price as well. Recommend you try it out if you're looking for something to make your smoothies.